Hello, Goosebumps fans. So, man, it's kind of funny actually watching The Haunting Hour actually getting some knowledge within the few years. Because watching Haunting Hour, I just watched it, enjoyed it. There's many episodes I dislike. Who knows? Maybe actually in November, just start doing a hit parade of these are all the episodes that totally suck in A Haunting Hour. It's like, yeah, I know. They don't deserve to be called total suck, but I kind of just don't like the endings. So to me, in my personal opinion, they kind of suck. But anyways, it's kind of crazy that Ben Brown and Billy, and sorry, I don't remember their names that easily, but these two were really the force behind the original Goosebumps TV show until they actually quit after Werewolf Skin. My thoughts? Maybe after they quit, that's when the show kind of sucked. Ooh. Sorry to be a jerk. I'm not going to even look to see where was Werewolf Skin and how many more episodes happened. And of course, for the love of God, don't tell me how many episodes that happened, okay? I'd rather not actually start this whole entire theory and conspiracy of that they basically let the two best things in Goosebumps leave. And ever since, they kind of didn't bring them back. Only Jane Stein was smart enough to say, hey, these two guys are good. Let's bring them back for the Haunting Hour. They did. They rocked that joint. And people actually didn't really take Haunting Hour like this should be. Because Haunting Hour should have actually existed for at least 5 seasons. Yeah, but Hasbro's a jerk. He's like, yes, Hasbro's a freaking jerk. And Hasbro right now is kind of showing how much of a jerk they are. It's like, no offense, but technically they are showing that they're kind of jerks. So it sucks that they didn't even find a home for that show alone. That sucked. So it's kind of crazy how you have a brand new TV show and you didn't bring these two to actually, it would be kind of cool to have them as consultants, I mean, doesn't it make sense? Having the two that actually were responsible for the TV show. And then all of a sudden, lo and behold, they let loose. What happens when they didn't have any restraints in a TV show? They let loose. The Haunting Hour is them letting loose. Fox censors? Oh, frick them. They let loose. And I'm like, holy crap. How come they haven't actually have their own movies yet? I know there's a difference between writing TV and writing movies, but dude, I have 3 movies that they can redo and I just want to see what they can do. How would they reimagine them? The Banana Splits, but let's make it as a sequel. Willy's Wonderland, and Spirit Halloween the movie. I want to see what happens when they take those 3 movies and they're responsible for them. It will be unbelievably crazy. Heck, I think we have the 2 writers who should be on all the movies of Goosebumps when it comes to one certain book, when it comes to one book being in a movie. Even though they say, oh, but it doesn't have enough roughage to be a movie. Is that really true? But even so, it just sucks that they didn't actually get to be whatsoever called to the party. They should have. I mean, after getting burned like that, with Haunting Hour, they got burned. And within like 2 years, you guys could say, hey, what up? We see you guys don't have a job anymore. Want to hang out? It's like, that's all you gotta do. And he didn't do it. But anyways, I guess the thought is, what about this new Goosebumps show? Where are my thoughts on it? I still have to say that I don't know for sure. We got some new clues and new updates and new stuff. And I think now, even though I'm making too big of a deal of it, I'm still saying, you can figure out the 5 books that they're using, you will have the pinnacle of guessing what are they gonna do. So, even though I don't know for sure, I might actually reveal like my thoughts of which ones. Here are a few that have some merit. So here's like at least a few. So first things first is Daily Dot. Here are the 9 books of all time. So we'll have to figure it out. So Welcome to Dead House. Could they use that? Be careful what you wish for. Could work. Say Cheese and Die. Could work. Night of Living Dummy. Eh. Well, One Day at Horrorland. No. Might not work. The blah blah everything. That ate everyone. Maybe. Not sure. Bad Hair Day. Could work. The Haunted Mask. Definitely. And Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Could those actually work? Could those actually be some good ones that they could actually use? Possibly. Alright, so here's another one. This is from adall.com. So they actually have the 10 best books that top the charts. So we're just gonna look at the first 5, but sadly this freaking website kind of sucks because it has issues loading. Yeah, it's like, come on. Okay, so here's their thoughts of the best sellers, in quotations, best sellers. So we have Night of Living Dummy, Grove of Fever Swamp, The Haunted School. At number 4 is Beware the Snowman. How? And Say Cheese and Die. That's it. And of course, at number 6 is Son of Slabby. It's like, yeah, I wonder if this actually is good or they're just being jerks here. It's like, that's what they said. They said it's the best of all time, the best ones that sold. Yeah, it's like the best Goosebumps books. Oh, whatever. It's like, I thought that they were saying how much they actually looked at the ones, how much it was bought. Because that's the one that you need to look at, is how many, what was the one that sold the most? Where's the 5 that sold the most? Okay, well, apparently. Okay, can't use you because you are not usable. Okay, so the next one is the top 10 Goosebumps books. We have Night of Living Dummy, Haunted Mask, Say Cheese and Die, Werewolf Fever Swamp, and The Ghost Next Door. So these are like the 5. Of course, there's like a few more, but apparently people voted. So this could be it. And this is from, of course, top 10. So that could be it. It's like, we don't know where their source is of which ones have they chose. So here we go. So the best ones, here's the first 5. The best ones that they have is Doom, Curse of Mummy's Tomb, Ghost Next Door, The Haunted Car, and The Haunted Mask. The 7th book is at number 8, and The Haunted School is number 6. And Say Cheese and Die is number 11. So, it's like, yeah, I think there's many choices. And hobbylark.com has like the top 10. So we have, let's see. My gosh, can you do it? Okay, so here's the ones that they just decided to list. Oh, okay. They're going from, so okay, basically One Day in Horrorland. I doubt they will use that. The Haunted Mask, still good. Night of Living Dummy, definitely would. Welcome to Dead House, and Monster Blood. So we have all these folks trying to figure out which one. Well, not really. They're just basically doing voting. Which personally for me, I'm not saying that this is my definite choice, but I'm just going by what's like the most iconic covers. Because note, in the first movie, and technically even the second movie, which second movie doesn't give a crap, they just use properties that they already have, which again, I still have to believe that they're not going to create anything new for the series. I would love to be proven wrong, but I think that they have 40 monsters plus that they already have things for. Why would they create more stuff? I'm just saying, why would they create more stuff? So, iconic wise, I would say like the Stay Out of the Basement, the seventh book, um, A Night at Terror Tower. I'm shocked that that didn't get mentioned. The Haunted Mask, and what's a good one for the fifth one? It's like, yeah, see, I still have issues where I'm like, I can't really keep down what are the five choices because there's so many books. Could they go retro? Definitely they would go retro. Would they actually go crazy enough to be like, yeah, we're going all over the place? And it's like, okay, that kind of makes sense. But they have to be careful because if they just like original 2000 Horrorland, Slappy World, Most Wanted, I guess that's how they'll go. If they want to pick one each, gotta be careful because, well, they can't just do two Slappy stories because that's just not cool, you know? And they might just lop themselves to actually do more, but they said 5 books. It's really a thinker. The question is, no one is asking the question is, what are the 5 books? Can anyone tell me what's the 5 most popular books that they chose? I want to see how much sold. Like, what was the highest 5 selling books? I need to know that. Then I can make an actual assumption of what they chose. Other hand, again, they could have just picked the artwork. Like the artwork that people are going crazy and gaga over. And that's what they chose. But it's hard to figure this out. And no one's really actually trying to get to this point of being like, what's the 5 books they chose? And many people will be like, you don't need to worry about it. It's not important. The show's gonna suck. I'm like, I would rather actually try to at least figure out what can they do. So maybe we could actually try to help them. I know they're not gonna maybe listen to us, but in a way, I'm pretty sure they kind of listen. Very, very smallly, they kind of listen. But I'm like, at least we could try to actually tell them, hey, if you're using these 5 books, here's how to figure these out. Here's how to do certain things. Here's how to weave and go in and out. They're not using R.L. Stine, which I don't know if that's good or bad, considering I looked, and even in the Haunting Hour didn't even have R.L. Stine even involved. I'm like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, he was only name alone. Heck, I bet even when it comes to Nightmare Room, R.L. Stine wasn't even involved in that one. Of course, in the words, it will tell me if I'm correct or wrong. But I'm just saying, you don't really need R.L. Stine to do it, but you kind of actually need to have your footing of knowing what to do. And I'm pretty sure if you would just bring Dan and Bill into this, if you bring those two into this freaking show, I bet they can rock this joint. I bet they can even top the first season of Are You Afraid of the Dark reboot. So the thing is that are you trying to be a competitor, or are you basically doing what CW did with Mad TV? Not trying to compete whatsoever and just saying, hey, well, this is something we can cash in on. There's many people who are interested in this and we're just going to do our own thing, you know? It's like, do your own thing. Do your own thing. Saturday Night Live is here and you're doing your own thing. Are you a damn idiot? That's the messed up part, was like, you guys are all damn ass idiots. What you really need to do is start freaking fighting. Because, well, technically, Are You Afraid of Dark kind of screwed over the last 2 seasons. The third one was kind of close to being good, but they fucked that up. They fucked it up like halfway through it. And I'm like, how? And it's like, yeah, just watch them go as they fucked it up. And it's like, but how? You had a good setup. Why did you get hung up on this one little detail and then flipped it on that one little detail? What the frick? So anyways, all I'm just saying is that we need to find those 5 books. If we can figure out the 5 books, we can actually figure out what can they do that actually would be even cool. It's like, yeah, it would be cool to just all of us join together and actually tell a better story than what they did. My gosh, if we do that, well, who knows? Maybe you'll get a job. It's like, yeah, there's some of you who most likely would like to have a job, right? Anyways, have a scary day, have a scary night.